Introducing the Music Maker's Saxophone Instruction DVD. When you first get your saxophone, you'll find it comes in bits. There are three main bits. This is the body. This is the neck or crook. And probably most important of all is this, the mouthpiece. We can make a sound on this by itself, which we can't do with the rest of the saxophone. Now, the way the sound is made is quite scientific to explain, but the easiest way of imagining it is, you may remember when you were young playing around with bits of grass and making a sound with them, putting it between your thumbs. Well, it's a very similar principle. We're blowing air across the grass or the reed. In the case of the saxophone, it's vibrating and making sound. Now, the mouthpiece may or may not come with a reed already on it. Whether it does or not, I'll show you how to put the reed onto the mouthpiece. This is the mouthpiece itself. This is called the ligature, which basically is a little metal thing which clamps the reed onto the mouthpiece and the reed itself. Now, reeds are very fragile. You can very easily break the end of this reed. It tapers to a point. You can break this by brushing against it with a sleeve, so be careful. You'll see the reed has a flat side and a curved side. The mouthpiece has a flat bit there, which is called the table. The reed goes against this, up onto it, with the curved part of the reed corresponding to this curved part at the top of the mouthpiece. Now, if you line it up so the reed is central on the table of the mouthpiece, the tip of the reed, when looked at it straight on like that, should come exactly to the tip of the mouthpiece. Now, very carefully put the ligature over the top like that and tighten the screws. Now, don't tighten them too tight or you will distort the reed. Just tight enough so that the reed won't move. Some ligatures, the screws are on the other side. It doesn't really matter, it doesn't make any difference. There are various different mechanisms. Some have a screw, one single screw coming down from the top. They all do the same thing. Right, the next thing to do is to put the mouthpiece onto the neck. There's a piece of cork here on the neck and the mouthpiece fits on there. Now, this should be quite a tight fit because it has to be airtight. If it's too hard to push on, you can use cork grease, which you can buy. It comes in a little lipstick shaped thing like this. Let's put a bit on the cork there, and that'll make it easier for the mouthpiece to push on. Now, for now, we needn't worry exactly where it goes. The position of the mouthpiece will eventually determine whether the saxophone is in tune or not. But obviously, until we've played a note, we don't know where the tuning position is. So for now, just push it on until you can feel a bit of resistance, but without having to push too hard. Next, we put the neck here into the top end of the body. Now line it up at the back so that this little bit of mechanism here, which is protruding at the top of the body, as you can see there when I take the neck off, is connecting to this part of the neck. That should be lined up in the middle of this curved shaped bit there. When that's there, tighten the screw. Once again, you don't have to tighten it too tight or you could damage the instrument. And there we have the assembled saxophone. One other very important part of the saxophone is the strap, or sometimes known as the sling, because this is supporting the saxophone. Especially in the case of the alto. If you've got a soprano, it'll probably be a straight soprano and it doesn't need a strap, but the alto does. put the strap on the saxophone, and then we're now ready to think about how to hold it.